Hello Gemini, and this is Dot. Thank you so much for being here on Dragonfly Soul Tarot, and today we are doing your mid-May to mid-June romance reading. We are going to be looking at the past, present, and incoming energies, possibly an outcome. We are going to be also looking at your wants and expectations, and their wants and expectations, and your needs and the reality, and their needs and the reality. Okay, so this is a little bit tweaked from the way I did it last time. I hope that you enjoy it, Gemini, and thanks for being here. So I've shuffled the cards, and I am going to cut it into 3 piles, put the middle pile on top, and we are ready to go. Okay, energy is moving into the past. We have the Page of Cups. Your wants and expectations, the 4 of Wands. Your needs and the reality, the 5 of Swords. Okay. The present energies, we have Judgment. Their wants and expectations, we have the Queen of Swords. Their needs or the reality of the situation is the 7 of Pentacles. And the outcome or the future energies coming in is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a relationship that is moving. Maybe somebody you just met recently in the past. This is about a very relatively new relationship, something that has just started out, or perhaps you have found out that someone is pregnant, or you are pregnant. You just found that out, and you're moving into what to do about the future. There's anxieties about commitment, about where to live, and how to get along with your partner. So this is something new that is turning into something that is more committed, more an ingrained part of your life. Okay, Gemini, so what started off very quickly and breezy into your life is now building momentum. Okay, and this is a point in a relationship where there's some adjustment, and this is where the adjustment is coming in. Certainly there seems to be some sort of issues around money, and that is what what leads me to believe that this is kind of for some a surprise pregnancy, and what to do about it. Because it seems to me like somebody, like your expectations are that you want to get married and solidify this commitment and turn this into a family. All right, so, but if you have just met someone, you could be moving way too quickly for their liking and already be thinking about the white picket fence and the happily ever after and going out and buying a ring and all that stuff, and they may not be in that place yet. Okay, so that is what brings me to what you need, and what the reality of the situation is the 5 of Swords. So it's not as easy. It's not as cut and dry as all that. It's not as, okay, we met, we like each other, let's live happily ever after. There are some, there's some adjustment to be made. And with the 5 of Swords, you may feel like someone is not being as honest as they can be with you, being as forthright. You feel like they're being, you may feel like they're being unfair. because the Five of Swords speaks to me of unfairness. Now, the Five of Swords also speaks to me of unfairness towards oneself. So you could need to realize that you are being unfair towards yourself by fantasizing, idealizing the situation and not seeing things for what other people can see. Okay, so the Five of Swords to me speaks as a caution that not all is right with your perspective on things. Okay, something seems to be unfair about this situation, and this person whom you are interested in is maybe holding back information, maybe holding back emotions, or maybe they're not just not in the same place as you are. Okay, so you need to, what the reality is of the situation is that something is not lining up with your ideal vision. All right, this is what you want, this is what you're expecting, but this is the reality. So something is not lining up about this vision, and it could just be fears on the other person's part, okay? Or feeling like you're going so much faster than them and they may be pulling away. So just keep in mind that when we put our expectations on others, even though they're pure and beautiful and, you know, we think that they want what we want, there may be some things in their past or in their psyche that may not be fair. Now I'm thinking also this unfair thing may also be a situation around money. Somebody lost their job, or somebody is not making as much money as they want. This is what I'm thinking, is that someone is not making as much money as they want, and they feel like, someone feels like, I don't want to be with this person if they're only, you know, making $20,000 a year, sort of thing, right? So you have this wonderful ideal vision, this relationship emotionally started off beautifully, but there are some aspects about this person that, some perspectives. Now we have the Queen of Swords here, and the Queen of Swords is coming across in this reading as kind of selfish and a little bit self-absorbed, kind of like a prima donna in this case, someone who is, to me it seems like she's spending a lot of money, who likes to live luxuriously. This is a very luxurious palace the Queen of Swords lives in, and her head is held high, and she is very prideful. So this person may be seeing you either as someone who likes to spend too much, who likes to live high and not put in the work, or maybe they are persons who would rather spend money than earn it, okay? Because we have the Seven of Pentacles in the needs and reality, and look at the difference in their garb. I mean, she is dressed in opulent jewels and veils, and this girl is in simple cottons, and she is just doing her work. She is the peasant and she is the queen. So there's such a contrast between what this person's lifestyle and this person's lifestyle. So if this is what the other person wants, their expectations, and this is what they need, which is far more humble, then there's a discrepancy in monetary achievement, okay, financial achievement here. So they may not be seeing things realistically in terms of money. They may be thinking that they want somebody who can bring in more money, or they want to bring in more money because they want to live in a more opulent lifestyle. Okay. Pardon me. Okay, so there is, on the other person's part, some sort of discrepancy when it comes to money. Either they want to live more opulently, but they know that they can just all they have to offer is the day-to-day humble person's wage, or perhaps they are projecting that on you, and that's not fair to you. Okay, because you want the happily ever after too, but it can be just a simple abode. It doesn't have to be a castle. All right, so see, we have the energy of judgment here in the present. So you are being judged by someone else's standards, and that's not fair. That is just not fair, because it doesn't matter what you're making now. You can always work together. Put your heads together and look for opportunities to make both your lives more opulent. Okay? If that's a priority, don't look at what is going on now. Plan for the future. And that is what the Nine of Pentacles shows me here. The Nine of Pentacles shows me that if you put your heads together, your future can be very financially stable. There is stability here. And even in a financial sense, even though the money is kind of meager at this point in time, you don't have to worry about it so much, because there's this wonderful energy, hopeful energy of more income coming in. But this kind of judgmental energy does nothing to encourage the financial energies that come in. Okay, this judgmental energy, it can be oppressive, can be unfair. So what the cards are trying to say, what this reading is expressing, is that someone's judgment is very short-sighted at this time. Someone does not see past the day-to-day paycheck sort of thing, and they need, what they need is maybe some of your idealism. Maybe they need for you to step up and say, hey, look, if we put our minds together, we can have this happily ever after. We can have this beautiful financial stability. But I can't do it without you. I can't do it with you working against me. I can't do it with you judging me and expecting to be for me to put you on a throne as the opulent Queen of Swords, when this is all that's coming in right now. Day in, day out, the same amount of money. Okay, so it's not poverty here. It's just the standards here are out of perspective. And so what we need to do is to communicate to this other person that, hey, if we put our minds together, if we look for opportunities together, we can have all this thing. So please don't be unfair, because it's not fair of you to judge me separately when as a couple we can be very, very successful. Okay? Ooh, wow. That was a very interesting reading, Gemini. I was so happy to bring that to you. I mean, with this person that you've met recently, or the situation where there's a new love, a new emotional energy coming into your life, and someone is just not seeing that they can either work with you or they can work against you. So it's up to you to look for possible judgment on their part, and work with them to communicate that if they constantly judge you, they're going to be stuck in this low income cycle. But if they work with you, you guys can work together towards financial prosperity. And it looks very hopeful. It looks really, really good. As I said before, it takes communication, and it takes knowing what is coming down the line and looking out for it and being prepared for it, and then you can work into the solution as the situation arises and not have it blindside you. I haven't seen the Tower yet, so there you go, Gemini. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed your reading, mid-May to mid-June romance reading. We will do this again next month. Thank you for being here. I hope you tell 2 friends about my channel so that if they need to hear these messages, they know where to find me. And we'll see you next time, Gemini. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and commenting. We'll see you then. Bye for now.